Roberts there. You see Michael Hayes still wearing the neck brace. Terry Gordy. See, it seemed like the night was set, Buck, to finally end your all's turmoil. There is the jar with the potion that is allegedly the potion that Paul Orndorff had for Ken Mantell. There the crowd announcements are getting. Looks like everybody's really keyed up. There's Michael Hayes with his usual arrogant. I don't want to lay in all the adjectives that I have. Right. Like I say, you're still supposed to walk the middle of the line when you're up here with Boyd Pierce and give it a fair commentary. But there's Hayes prancing around, and it was definitely a personal situation between you and him, Buck, because he has said he's going to rid wrestling of you. And I'm sure you feel the same. Now, we've joined the match, and this will be edited down because I think the match went about 35 minutes, and we've got about 7 minutes of film.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Bill, in these type of matches, it's a hard match. You know, it's a no DQ, anything goes, and you got to watch for both sides. And like I said, I thought the dog and I were coming up roses. We were smelling roses all night. We took the tack right to him there. I've got the sleeper on that Terry Gordy. Buddy Roberts comes in and makes a save, which is legal in that type of match.
In that type of match, that would have been a disqualification under normal rules to save his partner. But in a no disqualification match, that was legal. There's Roberts with that flying elbow of his. And like you say, Buck, I often felt too in wrestling that when you had the no disqualification match, it was to your advantage because guys like Hayes and Gordy and Roberts break the rules all the time in the matches and try to shade the rules, try to distract the referee. And in a no disqualification, that releases you from any moral obligation to the rules. There's the Junkyard Dog, tremendous flying Beal there he made. The powerful young guy. I can remember him just like we were saying earlier. The youngsters come into this business and you watch him progress, and we've watched him progress. And
well, you're definitely right, you know, and like I say, the side suplex there.
Right there. Great move for him. Finesse move.
One of my favorite moves coming off the top rope, which I can do in a no DQ, you know, and here I'm up here in a big suplex off of this Terry Gordy here. Now, this will knock the wind out of you in a hurry. But like I say, this type of match, you can do anything that you feel that you're big enough to do in that ring.
And right there, Gordy even pulled you up. He had pretty well stunned you there, and he was apparently trying to really punish you. This animosity with you guys has really gotten
I imagine Hayes was just telling him to keep on pounding some.
There you make a tag behind his back. I don't think he ever saw it, and the Junkyard Dog is legally in. And there he's using that size 14 shoe for its best advantage.
Open up some big rights
right there. Just hammering him away, giving them short jabs.
Now here's his big thumper right here.
That's the big thump. Wow, he hits that so hard that the whole
now there's
again what would ordinarily be a disqualification, but this was a no DQ, so Buddy Roberts catches him. This kind of match is tremendous, has tremendous crowd appeal. And many times it's got a lot of appeal to the wrestlers, but you certainly pay the price in any kind of match of this situation.
Right. Once you throw the rules out the window, anything goes. You pay the price.
They make the team tag. They double kick him.
There's nothing you can do. Like you say, it's all legal.
Generally, you have a 4 count to get out. Here they can violate them. And of course, again, the referee tries his best, but he's just in there basically to call the falls. I don't know any referee that can handle a no disqualification match unless he were going to be
right, Bill. The way I look at it, when the referee's in there, he's merely in there just to count the foul because there's nothing he can do. Anything goes. He just has to step out of the way.
Dog dives and makes the big tag to you, driving a knee into big Terry Gordy there, fighting your way into the ring. Good elbow. Buddy Roberts trying to come for the save, but this time you're waiting on him, Buck. Now Michael Hayes is getting a little carried away. He figures those golden locks of his may be loosened a little bit. There you're going for the fall.
Now see, I've got the man down, and the referee, which was out of position, which I'm not blaming the referee or nothing else. When there's all 4 in the ring, he had to get some team out of there.
And it looked to me like Michael Hayes spread the ropes over there, and the dog went out on the floor on that move. And there again, you've got the man pinned. The match goes on no matter what happens under no disqualification. You got to carry the battle to him. The dog's down on the floor, and Hayes is exhorting his cohorts on. Now they're both on you, Buck. Here they go for the big move. You get out of the way. Tremendous move on your part. That backfired on. Now Terry Gordy's wondering what went wrong. He wants to count his change. But it never stops. It never stops on a no disqualification match.
Now right here, now the man backdrop me, picks me up for this big suplex of his, but I've taken that thing already once that evening. I knew I wasn't going to get wind knocked out again. I dropped in behind
right
for the roll-up right here, and I thought I had the man here, and I can see Hayes coming up. I knew that Buddy Roberts got knocked out. I know if I got Hayes down, I knew the dog was down. There's nothing
right,
left.
Which would be a disqualification for the manager to enter the ring in any other situation. But there's Hayes in, so in reality, you're facing what you always have. You're facing 3 against 2, which is 3 against 1 with you right now. Gives those guys breathing space, and they catch you with a double lariat almost.
Right.
And there's the fall. So that's the end of the match. They've won the Mid-South Tag Team titles, and you're the loser. And right there, Michael Hayes is getting the motion that he bought from Paul Orndorff, and you can see it dripping off his hand. But now Roberts and Gordy are up and holding you up. And, of course, the dog who'd been stunned comes and tries to come to your aid. And as he yanks Michael Hayes around right there, it goes into his eyes. Now, the whole point of contention, did Hayes slap that in his eyes on purpose? Or when he whirled around, did the momentum of his hand just cause it to go into the dog's? But you can see the tremendous pain. This is supposed to be a solution to remove hair. And yet you can see when it hit the dog's eyes, the agony he's in, and of course the bewilderment and the agony you're in, and nobody at this point realizes the seriousness of this situation, because they figure it's just something that's burning him, and as soon as they wash it out and clear it out, that everything's going to be fine, that you know, it's like salt in a raw wound or something. And here's DiBiase, who was next on the card, coming in, and even he's not registering the concern of this fatal injury type situation at this point, because nobody really knows the full implication of it at that moment. We didn't get an inkling of it till he was carried back to the dressing room, and we're diluting whatever it was in his eyes, and still he can't see, and he's still in excruciating pain. And this is the situation that happened at this point. And there you see everybody trying to help him out.
You know, they can say what they want to say, and, you know, I'm not a real humble person. Everybody knows that I've never asked for no quarters. I'll never give any quarters.